She invited them for tea. That was all. A quiet afternoon in a Buenos Aires apartment, cups on the table, pastries on a plate. 3 women sat across from her at different times in different months. All 3 were her friends. All 3 trusted her completely. All 3 were dead within hours. The police would later find the same thing in each of them. Cyanide, bitter almonds, one of the oldest poisons known to man. Her name was Yiya Murano, and when she finally appeared on national television years after the murders, she laughed. Buenos Aires, 1979. Argentina was still under military dictatorship. The disappeared were disappearing. The country was learning to look the other way. In the middle of all of this, in a 6th-floor apartment on Mexico Street in the neighborhood of Monserrat, a well-dressed woman was running a financial scheme. Maria Bernardina de las Mercedes Boya Aponte de Murano, known to everyone as Yiya, had built a reputation as a smart investor. She took money from friends, neighbors, and relatives, promising exceptional returns. The scheme worked for a while, until it didn't. And when it didn't, Yiya had a solution, not a financial one. The first to die was Nilda Gamba, a neighbor, a close friend. She had given Yiya a significant sum of money and was expecting repayment. In February 1979, Nilda died suddenly. Her death was attributed to natural causes. Nobody looked twice. Weeks later, Lelia Formesano de Ayala, a friend of Nilda's who had also invested, died in the same sudden, unexplained way. Again, no autopsy. Again, no questions. Then came Carmen Zulema del Giorgio de Venturini, Yiya's own cousin. Carmen had lent her a substantial amount of money. The payment was due in 3 days. Carmen died before she could collect. This time, Carmen's daughter asked for an autopsy. That decision changed everything. The autopsy found cyanide, alkaline cyanide to be precise, the kind that smells faintly of bitter almonds, the kind that kills them within minutes of ingestion. The bodies of Nilda and Lelia were exhumed. Both showed the same results. The only connection between the 3 women was Yiya Murano. Investigators began to piece together the scheme. Yiya had been collecting money from her social circle for years, promising returns on financial investments that did not exist. When victims came asking for their money back, she did not negotiate. She did not disappear. She invited them for tea, and she put cyanide in the pastries. On April 27, 1979, police arrested Yiya Murano at her apartment on Mexico Street. She was 48 years old, elegant, composed, entirely unshaken. During questioning, she denied everything. She expressed no grief for the women she had killed, no remorse for the families destroyed. What investigators found most disturbing was not her denials. It was her calm, complete, unbroken calm, as if the deaths of 3 people she had known for years were simply an administrative matter that had gotten out of hand. What followed was one of the most controversial legal processes in Argentine history. In 1982, a judge absolved Yiya of all charges and released her. The country was stunned. 3 years later, in 1985, an appeals court reversed the decision and convicted her of triple homicide. She was sentenced to life in prison, but Argentine law at the time allowed sentence reductions. Yiya served 16 years in total, across 2 separate periods of imprisonment. She was eventually transferred to a nursing home to serve the remainder of her sentence due to her age. She died there on April 26, 2014, 1 day before her 84th birthday. Perhaps the most chilling chapter came after her release. Yiya Murano became, in a very Argentine way, a minor celebrity. She appeared on television, she gave interviews. She sat at the table of Mirtha Legrand, Argentina's most iconic television host, and laughed. She boasted about her life. She claimed to have had over 250 lovers. She sold her story to newspapers in exchange for money or a free lunch. She never admitted guilt. She never expressed regret. She treated the entire thing as an inconvenience that had interrupted her social life for a few years. Yiya Murano died alone in a nursing home in the Belgrano neighborhood of Buenos Aires on April 26, 2014. Her son later wrote a book about her. According to him, she died without visitors, without recognition, without the attention she had spent decades chasing. 3 women died so that Yiya Murano would not have to pay back money she had borrowed. 3 families were destroyed by someone they trusted completely, someone who smiled at them over a cup of tea. Argentina eventually forgot her. Or tried to. The pastries on the table are harder to forget.